Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another one leading up to The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 4 service, which is going to premiere in just a little bit, couple hours. First question for this one is going to be, Trev, how long do you think Negan is going to be in the TV series for? Alright, and spoiler warning if you guys are not caught up for Walking Dead. So pretty excited for tonight's extended episode. It should be a good one. Having lots of fun. Did one Q&A earlier today. The idea of could they just kill Negan? Could they assassinate him? Would that work? What would that look like? So check that out if you guys haven't seen it. This one came from Dan Urry. And he said, hey Trev, I think Negan will be around for a good 2 to 4 seasons. What do you think? So with this one, I mean, in terms of comic book material and how long they want to keep him in the show for, he could probably go for at least 4 seasons if they want him to. He could probably go 5, 6, 7 seasons, really, if JDM is down for it. And I think that's the big question with this one, is having a big profile actor like JDM, where, you know, he's got other shows he's been doing right up until the time he got cast as Negan. He was in, was it The Good Wife? Something like that. I don't, I'm not big into these kind of shows, but something like that. You know, he's had other series. He played Thomas Wayne in Batman v Superman, which is cool. And actually, Lauren Cohen, who plays Maggie, was Martha Wayne, which is really weird and funny. And so they were like a couple and stuff. That's really weird and funny at the same time. So it really depends on him and how much other stuff he's got going on. Obviously, he's a huge actor. After playing Negan in The Walking Dead, I think his profile is just going to be even higher. So I think it really depends on how long he wants to do it for. From what I've seen in interviews so far, he seems to really be loving the role. He seems to really be enjoying it. The swearing, getting to play the villain, this kind of thing. I think he likes it a lot. So from what I've seen so far, I'd say it's probably a good prediction that he should be there for at least 3 or 4 seasons. And then after that, hopefully even longer. We'll see. But one of the things they're doing with The Walking Dead lately, with the bottle episodes, as some people like to call them, with episodes 2 and 3 being concentrated, what they can do is they can have certain actors or certain people where they're not in certain episodes. Like, think about it. Andrew Lincoln, Rick Grimes, who is the lead character in the series, he's number 1. Everyone else comes after that. He's in episode 1. And then we have not seen him until tonight, until episode 4. We did not see him for all of episode 2 and all of episode 3. And now finally he's going to be in another episode, tonight. So you could probably do something similar with Negan. So even if JDM gets tired of doing the show or something and things change in the show and maybe he's in a different place, in a different position, those of you guys who read the comic book series know about some of this, then they could have him kind of be only there for a couple episodes a season when people check in, this kind of thing. And aside from that, he may not need to even kind of be around for a while. He could be shooting the movie, whatever movie he's shooting that year, or he could be in a different series for a while and then kind of come in for fly in and do, a couple scenes every half season or every few episodes and still kind of be there, but sort of in the background. So I'm hoping Negan will be there for a really long time. Love the character. He's definitely one of my top Walking Dead characters. And already in the TV series, he's really stealing the show. I feel like he's a lot of fun to watch. The jokes should be really funny tonight. And I'm loving it, man. It's awesome stuff. So I hope at least a few seasons. But I like your 2 to 4 seasons, Dan. That seems pretty reasonable because that would be up until season 11, right? So that's, something like that. At least 2, at least. And that's if JDM's like, you know what, this was fun for a while. I want to get out of here. But I really hope that's not the case, so we'll see. Joel Humphreys says, hey, Trev, Q&A. When do you think Rick will get his Colt Python back from Fat Joey? Fat Joey. Get Fat Joey to do it. That's funny. That's so weird to see him, have the Colt like that, because it's like a staple for Rick. Even the figures I got up here of Rick, you can probably even see him from your angle. I know they're small, but, every figure comes with like the Colt Python. And he's like, getting ready to shoot it and stuff. So, I think he'll get it back. It might be a season or 2, but I think he will get it back eventually, because it just doesn't feel right, especially Fat Joey wielding it. It doesn't look nearly as cool when Fat Joey's got it, that's for sure. MAGIK BANANA says, Q&A, will Morgan become a badass again? Or when? So I think with Morgan, I mean, he's in a good place right now where I think he understands that he doesn't want to kill, and that's okay, but he kind of has to in certain circumstances. So in certain situations, he doesn't have much of a choice. He has to kill sometimes, especially to protect people like Carol and those of the community. If all that war happens, he's going to have to. And will he survive all that war? Will he make it all the way through? We'll see. Yeah, he can't kind of take that monk, I will not kill type of thing anymore when other people are willing to kill. He's going to end up losing. So he has to. So I feel like he's on the way there. I think the season 6 finale helped with that and him having to save Carol, so that was good. And I think he'll be getting back there pretty soon. I mean, we'll probably see him maybe have to kill somebody else in the next season or two, and I think he will. So I think he's pretty much back there. And, he's a great character and a lot of fun, so I like to see Morgan. And without Daryl there, once Morgan returns, you could see him maybe becoming Rick's right-hand man, so to speak. So we'll see what happens with that as well, too. Peter Francis says, assassinate Trump instead in the Assassinate Negan video. I just thought I'd throw this in there just to quickly comment, Peter. I think that might be a real concern. They better have incredible security for Trump because, there was a lot of that before, even before. Now that he's elected, they better be careful. So I'm sure they will, of course, him going to be the president and everything. But, yeah, that's a real concern, I think, really, because there's a lot of people that hate him, and there's some crazy nutcases out there that might try something. So we'll see how it goes. Hope for him that that doesn't happen, and hopefully his security is like the tightest ever. Because to be honest, he probably needs to have tighter security than any president ever, I want to say. I think. Yeah, I think so. He needs the tightest security of any of them, I would say. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Okay, but you guys write your comments below on what you think about that. And, he's got a lot of supporters, but there's a lot of people that hate him, too, and a lot of nutcases out there that might try something. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, nothing happens. HeavyOnDaGrind says, I honestly always assumed that Negan was his last name. That's possible. In the Here's Negan, I think everybody refers to him as Negan, but it's kind of like a last name. That's true. I do have some friends that I just refer to them as their last name, especially if they have a common first name. Like if their first name is Steve, or what's a common name like Chris, Mark, David, stuff like that, just really common names. Sometimes you'll just refer to them as their last name. So that's possible, but I still would like to hear eventually what Negan's full name is. And is it Mr. Negan, or is it, I don't know, because he was a high school teacher, high school gym teacher from the Here's Negan flashback. So that'll be cool to see in the TV series. And I'd love to see some kind of flashback, getting to see JDM as a high school gym coach or something. Like you guys remember from season 1 where there's the Shane scene with Lori when he goes and he tells her that Rick is in a coma in the hospital. Something like that, but have Negan going to school at dawn and blow the whistle and swearing at kids and stuff. It's just, that would be too great. Anyway, too much potential, just too much potential. QuiZGaming says, the Q&A, hey Trev, how did Negan's army get so big? And it's the same as how kingdoms got so big in medieval times. It's just such an effective strategy. People are the best resource you can have. People working for you. You could have food. You could have ammunition. You could have, any kind of resources. But people are probably the best resource because people can go out and get you the other resources. They can work for you. They can, pay taxes. They can pay half, on up. And that's how you get situations like you could have a king and you could have all these people under him and no one dares, question the king because they'll flay you, they'll put you in the dungeon, they'll cut pieces of you out and stuff like this. I mean, it's just so scary that it's such an effective way to lead. And does it make sense that we could see something like that in a zombie apocalypse? I think so, absolutely. Somebody like Negan with charisma, intelligence, kind of that mixture, and a little bit of psychopathy to mix in there, and everything together, creating this monster. It makes perfect sense, I think. So, it's an effective strategy for sure. Fear is really good at controlling people, and people will do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. That's something to remember. People will do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. So when you threaten people with Lucille like that, and you show them what's going to happen to them if they don't listen, that fear can really go well for controlling people. Absolutely. Also, the embarrassment too. I mean, it's not like he's doing it alone in a room. He's showing it to everybody. That's embarrassing. Your last minute, if you get Lucille, is in front of all of these people, maybe up to 100 people, and everyone's looking at you and they're seeing you in your worst state ever. That is an effective control mechanism, absolutely. The Mark Shark says, "Hey Trev, do you think the President of the United States is still alive in the Walking Dead universe? I think that it makes sense that the President is alive as well as some of the military. If Rick and the group can survive this long, then I believe a high priority person like the President would be protected. Do you think it's possible that Donald..." Of course, I knew this was coming. "Donald Trump could make a surprise appearance on The Walking Dead as himself?" No! No, Mark Shark. What the hell? Are you like 5? I mean, no offense. No question's a stupid question. I don't think so. Maybe he could be the next big villain. Okay, now you know what you're doing, all right? You know what you're doing. More probable is that he would join Rick's... What do you want him to do? You join Rick's group because he loves that they built a wall. Okay. I don't even know if I should answer you now. I don't know what to do with your questions, man. Okay, the first question is a good question, though. The president, could military be alive in the zombie apocalypse? It's a very good question, right? Man, that's tough. I think that in the Walking Dead universe, I get the impression they're not. That's the impression I get. I get the impression the entire military, everything has been... broken down, is done, and even the president's probably dead. In real life, IRL, I think that if it was to really go down like that, I think the president would be alive, actually. I think that with all the bunkers and everything, I mean, how could zombies deal with the amount of ammunition, especially in the U.S.? In Canada, yeah, we got our hockey sticks and stuff, and we got a little bit of a military. It's not that big. In the States, yeah, I mean, I think they'd be fine. I mean, really, if you want to take it realistically, the amount of ammunition they have, everything... it's tough, because the one thing about Walking Dead, though, is that when someone dies, they turn into a zombie. So you can get situations like at the prison where zombies didn't get in. Zombies broke out, right? So you had Patrick at the prison where he got sick and he just died of that illness, right? Now, when he died, he became a zombie at nighttime. And then he went around and he started spreading it like crazy inside. So it kind of exploded inside. So you could have, that makes it a little bit more difficult than your classic zombie apocalypse where it only spreads like a virus. In The Walking Dead, you could be in a bunker, someone could die, and then they could go around attacking the others. But in real life, I would think that, your high-ranking personnel in the States, and now that they know about something like a zombie apocalypse or things like that, they have control measures for a lot of this. Sure, the normal populace would mostly be wiped out by some kind of, huge virus or something like that happen in apocalypse. You could see an apocalypse happen. But I do think you're right. High-ranking people would probably still be alive. And we'll do a couple more. Next one's from Leo Tupac, and he says, Trev, do you think we will ever see an episode focused on how Negan was before the zombie apocalypse? Wouldn't it be great to watch him being a car salesman? And that was one of the rumored jobs that he had before we saw the Here's Negan. I don't know where that came from. He's supposed to be a high school teacher, but I heard car salesman as well, too. I don't know if Kirkman said that in an interview and he changed his mind. I don't know. But, it'd be great to see him and just kind of before the zombie apocalypse because he's so funny. They could even do like an intro sequence or something, like I said before. It'd just be great. Joel Humphreys says, I think the series requires a Battle of the Bastards style of episode for All Out War. And I agree with you, Joel. That would be incredible to see. Like tons of zombies, all kinds of people fighting back and forth. It could be pretty incredible. Will AMC put in the cash to do something like that? No, probably not. That season, Game of Thrones Season 6, cost $100 million to put together. I know, I did a video on it, I reported on it. $100 million. Does AMC put that into any of their shows? No. Also, you can see why though, right? That's a lot of money. I don't know if, no matter how many ratings you get, if you'd make it back right away. That's just so much. But granted, Game of Thrones is one of those series that's going to go down as like one of the best of all time. And for some reason, they won't give Walking Dead an Emmy, even for Andrew Lincoln. So it's like, what the hell? So, but, Walking Dead is still my favorite. It'll probably always be my favorite series of all time. And I'd love to see even something close to that. I think No Way Out is pretty close to Battle of the Bastards in terms of like how good it was. Is maybe okay. It's close. It's not there, but it's close. You know. In terms of the scale and everything, it was pretty epic. So, you know, that's probably about the best we can expect is a no way out type of deal from The Walking Dead, especially if the ratings are going down a little bit. That I wouldn't expect to see. Plus, also, if you think about it, it's not really fair because HBO, you pay for the subscription, so all your money that you're paying, every viewer is paying when we pay for the channel and for the package. That's where they get their money from to do these big episodes. So it's not really fair to compare. AMC gets their money from commercials, and it's not going to be as much as a paid subscription like HBO has. So it's not really fair for us to compare like that because you're paying for that, right? When you're a subscriber to their network. So it's not really fair. And maybe last couple. Next one's from Alpha. Says, Trev Chan 2 is so reliable for Walking Dead content. Definitely subscribe. So thank you, Alpha. I just want to say a big shout out and thank you to you. Appreciate comments like that, guys. It's really great for everybody else. And I try my best with you guys, absolutely. I try to produce videos pretty much every day. I've been doing so now for 6 years. Some newer viewers are like, what does he make videos every day? And it's like, well, what, did you just get here? Like, how long have you been here for? Did you just get here? Like, yeah, that's what I've been doing for 6 years. Where have you been, bro? Or did you even look at the channel and see there's over 2,000 videos. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing since before season 1. Don't know what to tell you. I have no idea. So, but thanks, man. You know, and I do it because, and I just wanted to say too, I love this. You know, I think you guys can tell. If I was full of shit, if I didn't love what I'm doing right now, if I did not just enjoy this video I just made with you guys, you could tell I am right in front of a camera. I am not that good of a liar. I'm really not. And I don't like to lie either. You know, I love doing this with you guys. I really do. It's a lot of fun. I look forward to it all the time. When I'm working at my day job, I always look forward to, after work, I'm going to make this video. And it's going to be fun and we're going to have a good time and everybody's going to be happy. Now, that's not true. Not everybody is happy with it, but I try to have the best time as I can with you guys. I hope you like the videos. If you do, then great, I'm happy. If you don't, I'm a little saddened that you don't, but hey, listen, I'm doing the best I can. That's all I can do. You know, I don't control the show. I don't control Walking Dead. I don't control if there's a slower episode or whatever. And if some of you didn't like it, I apologize. I don't control if you don't like Fear the Walking Dead. You know what? I do. So it's cool, right? You know, it's cool. Anyway, last one's from Torrid, and he says, is it possible that the survivors will be short when Negan arrives and another community member will be Lucille? So tonight, I don't think so. I guess we'll see in an hour or two, Torrid, but what I would say, is it possible that they could be short in the future? Yeah, I mean, Negan's early. Rick says he's early. Maybe they don't have as much as Negan's going to want. And, you know, it could be dangerous. Maybe that's why they're going to have to fight back, because maybe they realize even if they're going to have to put their lives on the line, if they live under Negan and the Saviors, they won't be able to survive. They won't have enough, and they won't be able to feed up enough to the Saviors. And, you know, Negan can just kill whoever he wants whenever he wants anyway, so they're not really safe with him there. So, yeah, so I hope you guys like this video before the episode. Enjoy the hell of the episode tonight, guys. You know, really, I love hanging out with you guys, love having fun with you guys. Be back after, of course, for the review, predictions, Q&As, all the good stuff. Going to continue right on, guys, until the series eventually does end. And in that case, maybe I'll do whatever AMC's got first after, Fear, whatever, other shows. Lots of fun, man, absolutely. So, hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, yeah, you can thumb down if you want. Hurts a little bit. Go ahead. And you know, you can share if you want, favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left is subscribe. That's it for this video. See you guys again soon. Be back in an hour or two after the episode airs. As always, just Trav. I'm saying peace. Enjoy, guys. See ya.